Yeah, we're sitting in Socastee Methodist Church sanctuary that was built in 1875. It was built onto again in the 1950s, but what you're seeing in this room here has not changed a great deal since 1875. Of course, there was a stove that sat over to my left that's no longer there, and the electric lights were added in the 1940s. But the general architecture and layout are pretty much the same as they were when it was built in 1875. This is the fourth building of Socastee Methodist Church. The church itself has been on this location since 1818. This is the oldest congregation east of the waterway in the Myrtle Beach area. Murrells Inlet, Blaine is a little bit older than this down in Murrells Inlet. The other three churches are located in what is now out in our cemetery, and they faced a road back there which is no longer in use, but the main road between Conway and Murrells Inlet ran what's now behind our sanctuary, and so those early churches faced that road back there. We have about 480 people buried in our church cemetery here. We have 12 Confederate soldiers buried here, and one Union soldier from the Civil War is buried in this church cemetery. I think I can truly say that it was never a consideration to tear this down. They have always understood the value of it. All right, the original front was out there. The idea of two doors leading in was in part because the women usually sat in one section and the men sat in a separate section. Long ago, they didn't sit together in church. A lot of sentimental attachment here. A lot of people still alive who got married here, who came to their father's funeral right here, feel a lot of strong attachment.
I first joined the church. It did not have the steeple or anything like that. It had pews on the back of the church where you could just go sit in. And I got some old pictures of when the men would come out, and they had columns back there, and they would lean up against those columns and talk.
Yes, it's very important. That's part of my history, and where the new church is sitting is where I used to, for my father, I used to plow corn in the back as a young boy.
It's been remodeled and built onto, but it's a big part of Socastee to me.